是神，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐。噜啦噜啦哩，噜啦噜啦哩，噜啦噜啦哩，噜啦哩噜啦。I love my heart and soul. I love of humanity. Join hearts and souls together. The peace and harmony. The peace and harmony.
Welcome, everyone. So good to see you here from Toronto, from around Oregon. And I know there's several people. Let's see, one's from the Philippines, one's from how many hundred miles? About 100, about 200 miles from here up in the state of Washington. So welcome. And Jean just joined us. Welcome. And Anita and Sandy. And I'm so grateful for Sharon and Holly for doing the background stuff so I can stay focused. So this is another one of our every Wednesday evening breathe, balance, blossom. And the focus for this entire month is on finances. The major reason, well, there's actually about 3 reasons that we don't have the financial flourishing that we desire. As Dr. Master Jigong Sha teaches, it's karma. There's 2 kinds of karma, positive and negative. And the fact that we can watch something like this. There's a Paramahansa Yogananda quote. He says, even to think about God means that your soul is very, very, very developed. And I had to read that for like 4 months. It's in a bookstore where I do readings. And I began to understand or feel, yeah. So for us to be here on this webcast, our souls are very, very developed. And we have negative information. That's Tao science language brought to us at Master Sha's request by Dr. Rulin Shu, the physicist, quantum physicist and string theorist. I've read 3 or 4 of her papers, and I read them and I know there's something there, but it it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me until I read it for 3 or 4 times, and then I begin to get some of it, not the math. I was a social scientist in college, social science studies, no math or not much. So tonight is not about math, because math is one of the ways that our mind looks at our financial flourishing. So in the country of Bhutan, they're the only country in the world that does not measure gross national product. Their country is administered to boost every year the gross national happiness of the country, of everybody in the country. When I read that, I thought it was a joke, because nobody else in the world does that. The highest teachers have taught that, but it is not the norm. So financial flourishing. We have a PowerPoint that I will share with you. There we go. It has no noise, so just no sound, so I don't have to adjust that. It's coming up. There it is. So you should be able to see it now. So tonight is about your money story. We all have stories. I went through about 8 or 10 years of my life focusing deeper and deeper, because it had been brought up to me kindly, but repeatedly, and I began to get it. We all have a story about our lives, or multiple stories. We have a story about me. I have a story about intelligence. I've had some concussions, and I don't think as well as I used to. And so I used to go, well, poor me, I've got a concussion. I finally got over it, mostly. We don't get over all of our stories because we need to have something. It's like a cocklebur under the saddle blanket on a horse. It's there and it irritates every once in a while. So if we don't have that irritant, well, yeah, our ego may run away. So one of our stories is about money, but we don't know it. So this is your money story. I will give you an opportunity to examine it a little more deeply. First question, what is in your life now, financially? Good, bad, or okay? So you don't need to unmute. You don't need to post in the chat. Just think about it. How happy are you with the money part of your life? See, our thoughts create our money story. And you may have heard one of the major teachings that Dr. and Master Shah has brought to us is an ancient teaching. What we think is what we create. And what we repeat, this is my own, what we repeat is what we engrave more deeply. When I was a Cub Scout, I think I was 9 years old, our teacher brought in, we went to her house actually, she didn't bring it in, she already had it there, soft pine boards. They weren't big, they were like 6 inches wide and 8 inches long. And she had ironed, this was a long time ago, so she ironed a pattern on them, piece of paper, and you put the iron on it on top of the board. And then you take these burning irons and you trace it slowly along the soft pine. The irons are hot. Don't touch them with your fingertip to see if they're hot. I learned that lesson. It only took me one try. So what we do when we're repeating our stories, and so here's a clue. You might want to write this down. Listen to your self-talk. What's running in the background? The rent's going to be due. Let's see, what day is it? Oh man, I don't have enough yet. Do I have enough food for the week? Do I have enough money to buy more food? And the car, man alive, that light is still on. I've got to fix that. I should fix that. I want to fix that. What other thoughts are running through your mind? You don't need to share. Just we need to become more aware, because what we think is what we become. However, and here's where it gets really sticky, our conscious thought is only responsible for 5%, maybe 10% at the most of what we experience. So think about that. What we're thinking, what we're able to think, what we're able to create. I mean, I have met some remarkable people. Recently, in fact, I just ordered her book and it's on the way. This woman is just incredible. She is verbal, her heart is open. She over the 35 or 40 years, she's assembled a team. Yeah. Just what a mind. And then when we look at Dr. and Master Zhigong Shah, the Tao Academy, and all of everything else that he has created, and the team, his team that has assembled around him, is disseminating around the world. And so, just so that you will know, I was literally dying in 2007. I met him in 2008. Actually, it was on a webcast, so I didn't really meet him in person. Was it July or August? It was August 2008. But after 3 days of listening and watching, I decided to sign up to go to Hawaii because a doctor had just told me, the final specialist, I quit going to doctors after that. He says, well, you know, you don't have an illness. You're not sick, but all of your systems are shutting down. Well, I didn't like the sound of that. And so I asked him, well, will I see my son graduate from high school? He said, when? It was about 18 months. And then that long pause. And then he said, well, you may not see that. And I didn't even ask him, does that mean I can't get out of bed? Or does that mean I can't get out of the box that I'm buried in? I just knew that I wanted to see him graduate, and we did, my wife and I. And he just got married 2 weeks ago. He's 33 now. So conscious thought, however, my conscious thought wasn't the key. Because who's the boss? Our subconscious is responsible for 90 to 95% of what we experience. And so it has taken me 17 years from 2008 to be able to be at the state of health that I am now. It's been a journey. I have changed. I have listened to myself talk. I have begun correcting my self-talk only 30 or 40 times a day. It's like, ooh, I didn't mean to think that. Let me erase that and think something else. So where's this stuff come from? It comes from our subconscious. And it creates what we experience 90 to 95% of the time. I mean, wow. So our subconscious dictates our money story. And to transform, to change our subconscious programs is to change what we experience. Would you like to do that? So the big question is, and I've dealt with this, I keep dealing with it, I can't see my subconscious. So how do I know? I mean, it's like reaching into those old-fashioned wash tubs. They were made out of lead, I think. And we had one in the garage when I was a kid. And we had a wringer washing machine. And when it emptied, it would empty into that tub. And the water was dark gray. And sometimes the tub would not drain. And my mom would say, Terry, reach in and clean out the drain. It's like, I'm not putting my arm in there because you couldn't see into there. So we can't see our subconscious. So how do we change? Well, here's the good news. Dr. Master Sha has given us Tao technologies. The three main ones that I will share with you tonight, you already know. Tao Song, like Love, Peace, and Harmony. I love my heart and soul. Tao calligraphy. You've seen Tao calligraphy. If you haven't, post in the chat. If you're in the United States, we'll get you one. And then the third one, you may not think of as a Tao technology, but it is. It's an ancient secret message. Message is what's in our subconscious. I used to call it programs. It's what makes us do or not do what's in our life. What we don't do. Sometimes there's positive and negative about everything. So what we don't do, you know, if I don't toss, this happened to me when I was a child. If The neighbor got tired of our dog barking in the backyard, and Mom said, the dog started whining and died. And Mom said the neighbor probably tossed some poisoned meat over the fence because he was tired of the barking. So if we don't poison our neighbor's dog, that's a good thing. But more positively, if we don't do certain behaviors, then we don't change. The messages that we give ourselves, we can change, we can rewrite, we can overwrite. Remember the wood burning? When I traced a design by holding that hot iron onto the pine, and then the pine would literally burn. It wouldn't catch on fire, but it would char, it would turn dark, it would shrink. And the longer I held that burning iron on the wood, the deeper that was engraved. So Alexander Graham Bell invented the first recording machine, and they didn't have records back then, but they had wax. I mean, this blew me away. I didn't believe it when I heard it. So back then, I forget how far back, 19 something or other, early 1900s, he had somebody, some company, create some round wax cylinders, and he had this stylus. So when this thing would roll, this stylus, as you were speaking, it would make little indentations in the wax, and then they could play it back. I don't know how they did that. Wax, even if it's really cold, it's still soft. But that was the first recording machine. Guess what? If you used all of your wax cylinders, you simply heated them up carefully in a certain way, and the indentations, the recording would disappear. So what? Well, now technology lets us do the same thing when we change the message. So there's more to it than that. That's simplistic, but that's the idea. Change the message, change your life. So here's a special financial gift that I want to give to you. And I'm going to start the recording for you. This is Francisco Quintero, Master Sha's top teacher, leading teacher. Oops, what did I just do? I just closed something I did not intend to. So what I have to do is go up into here and go over and change to this. Now I can open it. So I'm going to play for you Francisco's how we change, how we record. Where's that wax cylinder located, for example? Well, it's not wax, but I'm not going to steal Francisco's thunder. I'm going to play this for you. So let me open this up, go up to here, and now I need to do share sound and optimize for video sharing. Okay, and now I need to start it.
A key area
for your finances
is an energy center, actually. This is the level of the navel. It's right here. It's called lower Dan Tian. This simply means in Mandarin, the lower energy field. Okay? This is the key for energy, for stamina, vitality, immunity, and one more. It's the key To transform your finances. Why? Some of the messages, the negative messages related to your energy, your stamina, your vitality, to your immunity, your financial, all the negative messages around your finances, think of it like a storehouse. They're being stored here. So when we develop this energy center, we're boosting our energy, stamina, vitality, immunity, and at the same time, we're boosting our finances. We're transforming all those blockages, okay? So let's do the practice. There's a sound. It's very simple, okay? It's simply ha. This is the sound. Ha. Say it with me. Ha. 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 Okay? Very simple. It vibrates the cells in this part of the body. It vibrates your lower dantian. Okay? When you chant ha, you're creating a cellular vibration, the energy starts to move, and the blockages start to transform. Okay? So let's do a practice for that. So let's sit up straight. Put your feet, your ankles touching, and then put your feet out like a penguin, like Charlie Chaplin. And then your hands, put your hands in this position. It's called yin-yang hand position. Put your hands out in front of you. Grab your left thumb. So grab your left thumb. Wrap your fingers around. And then place it right below your belly button. Okay, close your eyes. And relax. Relax the crown of your head. Relax your neck, your shoulders. And totally relax. Breathe into your lower abdomen. Take a deep breath. And we're going to visualize a golden light bulb. That it starts at the root chakra. It starts at the base. And then it rises up slightly to your lower dantian. And it radiates there. Okay, so it's just a golden light bulb that's just moving from the first energy chakra. It's between the genitals and the anus, the root chakra, and it goes up to your lower dantian, which is slightly below your navel. So it's not really making much, it's just moving up slightly. And you visualize the light there. Okay, think of the sun. And we're going to chant ha in one breath. So take a deep breath, and we're going to chant ha. Ha. One long exhalation. Deep breath. Ha. Visualize the light. Again, deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. This is step one. Step two, we chant. Just listen. Ha, ha, ha. And we repeat that 4 times. Deep breath. Ha, ha, ha. Deep breath. Ha, ha, ha. Deep breath. Ha, ha, ha. Really feel your abdomen explode. One more time. Deep breath. ha, ha, ha. Pause. Feel the energy, the vibration. Now we're going to sing a song, okay? It's a Tao song. It's a mantra. We're going to post it here for those of you who are new, okay? And you could follow along. If you already know it, close your eyes and you chant along with me, okay? Deep breath. Ha-ya, 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 yo. Ha-ya, ha-ya, yo. Ha-ya, 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 yo. Ha-ya, 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 yo. Again, deep breath. Ha-ya, 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 yo. Ha-ya, ha-ya, yo. Ha-ya, 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 yo. Ha-ya, 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 yo. Notice how you feel. How does the energy feel in your lower abdomen? Take a deep breath. And relax. And now we're going to introduce another step. We're going to trace Tao calligraphy. Okay? I brought out here a Tao calligraphy that will help to boost your lower dantian, bless your finances, okay? Your immunity, your stamina, vitality, okay? So put your fingers together, your 5 fingers together. So we're balancing the 5 elements. Each finger is connected with one of the major elements in the body. So we're healing the 5 major organs, the liver, the heart, spleen, lungs, and kidneys. Heal the 5 elements, you're healing the whole body. So that's why we put the 5 fingers together. Okay, let's start here on the top. And repeat after me. Dear the Tao calligraphy for the lower dantian. In Mandarin, it's Xia dantian. Please boost our energy, stamina, vitality, immunity. Transform our finances. Thank you. Okay, so let us begin. Just go around the circle. Just feel the energy. The circle is source. It's Tao. We go around 3 times and once inside. Xia. Lower, Dan, Tian, lower energy field, lower energy center. Then go all the way to the top and repeat. 1, 2, 3, Xia. This is oneness stroke calligraphy. It's helping us to create oneness in our body, to realign, to reconnect to the Tao, to bring that oneness energy into our body, to heal. Okay? And then we keep repeating. Okay? Now, we're going to do the same. We're going to trace the calligraphy, and we're going to chant the different the practice that we just did with the 3 steps, okay? So let us begin. Deep breath. Ha. 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 Step 2, deep breath. Ha, ha, ha. 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 One more time, deep breath. Ha, ha, ha. Step 3. This time, we're just going to remember it, okay? If you don't remember it, just trace. Ha-ya, 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 yo. Ha-ya, ha-ya, yo. Ha-ya, 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 yo. Ha-ya, 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 yo. Ha-ya, 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 yo. Ha-ya, ha-ya, yo. Ha-ya, 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 ya. Ha-ya, 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 yo. We say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Heaven, Mother Earth, the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field, and you thank your own soul, heart, mind, and body. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you.
There we go. I can still hear the recording because I've got it playing on my computer. So let me go up and close that. And close, please. And then go back to the, where's my slides? There we go. Okay. So now I can bring those back up. Because there's a couple of more. There we go. So the link to this video is in the chat. If you click on it, it will open somewhere else on your laptop or PC. I don't know about phones, how that works. But you're going to receive this in the recording of this, because when you registered, you put in your email address. That's how you got the link. So we will send the recording, the YouTube recording of tonight to you, and then you'll have it. So, oops, there we go. So have you ever watched this video before? I have. It's a couple of years old. But you aren't showered with money yet? Yeah, me too. So why? I mean, that's really powerful, that calligraphy. Yeah, I'd love to have one like that. So we were not connected enough. And Dr. Rulian Shu has been teaching about connection for years, I think 7 years now. And I absolutely did not get it at first. It took about 4 years for it to sink through all of the blockages that I had. And, you know, these not connection, that's how come it took me 17 years to heal to the extent that I am now, because I did not understand what connected meant. That's the mind. But the mind is only, what, 5–10%? So I had the blockages in the subconscious, 90 to 95%. So to get connected, what I would like to do, I invite you to close your eyes, to go inside. Because if we have our eyes open, you know, all of our attention is out there in the world. It's automatic. It's a survival kind of a thing. It's like it's necessary to see what's out there because we still carry the reptilian brain programming. It says, I got to be aware there might be a saber-toothed tiger coming down the trail. Or I need to hide if it does. Well, that was then. This is now. So I invite you to close your eyes and imagine being light. Don't just think about seeing light. Imagine being light. And wonder, what does being light feel like? So you've never done this before, or not to the level that we're going to now. So just close your eyes and listen, and I'll guide you deeper and deeper than you've gone before. So when your eyes are closed, remember what Francisco was doing. He was repeating a new message. It was transform my finances. And what he used was a Tao mantra. Ha-ya, 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 yo. He also used ha, ha, ha. So feel ha. Feel that just in that lower dantian, which is just below your navel and just inside your body. It's a fist-sized energy center. But when I go ha, it feels like it's my whole, geez, not just my lower abdomen, half my body is going boom, boom. So that's what we're doing with the sound. That sound is a message. What is the message of ha? It's the message. That's our financial center. That's the center for financial development. When we go, instead of going ha, when we go ha, 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 ha. So imagine that every time that you go ha, one time or 3 at a time, imagine that a fresh infusion of life force has come in when you inhaled, and when you exhaled, all the light, because that's what life force is. It's going into your lower dantian. Ha, inhale, ha, inhale, ha, 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 inhale, ha, ha, ha. And so when we do this, we transform. So I'm going to play this video again, but I'd like for you now, because you've seen that your unconscious knows what's there. So now, instead of watching the video, feel the video. How do you feel the video? It's easy. I have to bring this this recording back up because it changed on me. There we go. Bring it up on the screen.
A key area
So that you can hear it
for your finances
with your eyes closed.
is
Just listen.
an energy center, actually.
Every inhale, you're receiving light.
This is the level of the navel. It's just moving up slightly. Exhalation.
Every
Deep breath.
you're receiving a fresh infusion. You probably can't
Visualize the light.
exhale as long as he does.
Again,
Say, "Huh."
deep breath.
Just do what's right for you.
Deep breath.
Inhale light.
Deep breath.
You're directing your life to transform the Imagine the light going right into your lower
This is
dantian.
step one. Step two, we chant. Just listen. Ha, ha, ha. And
Inhale.
we repeat that 4 times.
See
Deep
the light.
breath.
Ready?
Ha, ha, ha. Deep breath. Ha, ha, ha. Deep breath. Ha, ha, ha. Really feel your abdomen. Wow, explode. One more time. Deep breath. Ha, ha, ha.
So keep your eyes closed, please, and feel that. Inhaling and then exhaling. Ha, ha, ha. Inhaling and exhaling. Ha, ha, ha. Every time you inhale, if you desire, if you imagine it, if you just want it, you're receiving a fresh infusion of life force, light. And when you exhale, direct it into the lower dantian. Just imagine, ha, and the light goes into your lower dantian and just explodes. It becomes like a sun. Inhale and exhale, ha. Think ha. You don't need to say it out loud. You can. It's good to alternate aloud versus silent. Inhaling, exhaling, silently or aloud. Ha-ya, 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 yo. Ha-ya, ha-ya, yo. Ha-ya, 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 yo. Ha-ya, 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 yo. So you can choose to do this again and again and again. You can remember, recall, imagine, watching the video or not. Feel the same thing. Remember that when you inhale, desire to receive a fresh infusion of life force. Where? From source. And then with that fresh infusion of life force, ha, inhaling, ha, inhale again, ha, ha, ha. So I invite you now to slowly open your eyes, not all the way open, and slowly hold your awareness of the field that we co-created, because it's not just you, It's the square of all of us that are online. And incidentally, since there's no time or space in the Tao, all of those who will watch the recording of the video that are not here, wrong time zone, or they had something to do. So all of us multiply square root. So if there's 10 and we do it for 5 minutes, then it's like 50 minutes of practice. No, 100 minutes of practice times 500 minutes of practice. If there's 100, then it's 10,000 times the benefit. You may have heard that there's a power of a group. Yes, it is. Dr. Rilin Shu, the physicist, huge, good math person. She told Master Sha one day, she said, Master Sha, it's not just because there's 100 of us here. Making it 100 times as powerful. It's the square of how many people are here. So at that time, it was like practice for 10 minutes, and it was like 10,000 minutes of practice. Now that's an important point. The more that we practice in a group, the greater the benefit. So we practice a lot by ourselves, or we practice some. Maybe you don't practice a lot, but if you're in a group, it boosts the practice by the square of how many people are there. So I invite you to share. You can unmute if you want to, or you can post in the chat room. But what was your experience when you closed your eyes, and we practiced with Francisco with our eyes closed that second time around? Who wants to share? So Jean says she's going to watch the video again. Does anybody want to unmute and share?
I will say, I enjoyed that. It was like a new spin on something we've heard many times before, but I really enjoyed the way you laid everything out this evening. And then playing that video of Francisco, I went deep. I really did. It was really, really nice of you. And thank you for the presentation tonight. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. So I just got a message on my screen. You may have seen it too. It says my internet is unstable. Sometimes it's the power of the practice. So let me bring the slides back up. There's a couple of more that I want to share with you. So you've just done some sharing. So let me ask, and don't answer, but think about it. How old are you? It's taken us as many years as we're old to get where we got to as we are today, to get here. And so since the time that we were about 6 years old, from then on, the first 6 years of our life, we take things in and we don't have any critical mind. It all comes in. That's what goes into the subconscious. After 6, we learn discrimination. So take 6 off however many years old you are. That's how many years it's taken you to get here today. And so the bottom line, literally the bottom line, you won't fully transform tonight unless you connected tonight. So if you don't fully transform tonight, would you like another opportunity? So you're going to receive the recording and you'll have another opportunity to connect, to practice. Each of us has free will, and every day we choose what we do. remember that we're only 5 to 10% in control with the conscious mind. The unconscious can block us, can block our choices. When I first started studying with Dr. Master Shah, he says you need to practice a minimum of 2 hours a day. I could not practice 7 minutes a day. Couldn't. My mind, I mean, I was really committed because I had been dying. And now I knew I was starting to transform, come back to life, literally. And I couldn't practice. It took years. Why? Because the negative messages that I had were blocking my practice. So choose, but also remember, we have negative information. So play the video, because that is huge. That's huge virtue there. And it's free. And you can turn it on anytime, day or night. So now, any questions? It's wide open. Ask anything you'd like to ask. And thank you, Anita, for your post. A lot of times, I know I don't have any questions. Sometimes I force myself to speak because when we speak, we receive virtue. Master Shah has been teaching that for, a long time, longer than I've been around, probably. So if you don't say anything, then no problem. The most important thing is you're going to have that video. And if you choose to play it, if you forget, okay, that's real. That happens. But you can re-choose. What do kids call it when they make a mistake on something? Can I have a redo? Yeah, we get a redo because we've got free will, and the divine is the most loving parent that there is. So if we say, can I have a redo? Of course. Yeah. So you'll have multiple opportunities to replay that video. What I'll share with you is, remember the power of a large group versus single practice. The more that, you could invite friends, you could have a watch party. You could send a group of friends an email saying, join me at whatever time, and let's play that video and boost our finances. How about that? So you're going to get virtue from being a larger group, and your friends that join you are going to be subconsciously, maybe consciously, going, wow, I am so grateful to them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it's a double boost. So that's just a little tip. So thank you for choosing to be here. I'm Terry McGill. I'm a Tao Hands Ambassador, Tao Calligraphy Lightwall Practitioner, been certified by the Tao Academy since I think it was, I'm not sure, 2009, something like that. Certainly been doing Akashic record reading since 2012. I remember started in 2009, but it took me 3 years to pass the 9-month course, because you can't read the Akashic records from your mind. You got to be in the heart. So thank you for choosing to be here and a part of this group. So I'm Terry McGill, and I'm really grateful that you're all here. Reach out and let me know if questions come up. If you can't find where the link opened, sometimes I click on things like, where did it go? I figured it out on my screen, but maybe not on yours. So And one other thing, next week, we're going to have another experienced teacher. And they also, this whole month of September is on financial flourishing. And so come back, learn more, practice in a group, transform your finances. And until next time, thank you for choosing to be here.
Thank you, Terry.
Thank you, Terry.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.